Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here. So I'm at my shop. As you can see, my office is a wreck. The shop is kind of a wreck just because I've got so much stuff going. And it's raining again. How great. I love you, California. Not really. So I was digging around yesterday in the shop, so it's kind of a mess. Every time I open a drawer and I find more junk, I just take it down, throw it on the ground, sweep it up, throw it away. But went to the Simpson Christmas show yesterday. They do it every year. It was a good time. I took the truck. I posted up a video already. I'll post some clips in this one of when I exited the place, just because I hung out. So yeah, when I leave. Actually, I think last year when I was there, I went to leave. I'm trying to be, nice. The guy invited me over there. Super nice, my buddy Dave. And as I'm pulling out, he just gives me the old light him up. So I was just like, that is a cool business owner right there. So I did. But I figured it'd be okay this time. As you can see, my truck looks terrible, with the exception of I did clean the wheels. And yeah, I needed to. I washed the chrome, which I'm actually going to get rid of the chrome bumpers and put painted bumpers on this thing as soon as I find some original ones that are clean, just because I don't need any shiny stuff on my truck. The new motor's in here, so we can take a minute and peek around in there. There's that one coil that failed. Coil didn't actually fail. I had the wire wasn't on all the way. Yeah, here's a little tech tip for you. When you put spark plug wires on MSD coils or pretty much any coil, if it's not on 100% all the way, it will change well, it'll make the coil fail. The spark is still there, but it's outside the combustion chamber. So you're going to be idling. It'll feel fine. But as you accelerate, you'll obviously have a dead cylinder. But that gap makes the coil overheat, and then the coil fails. So make sure those wires go all the way on till you hear click. What else? I have to fix this. My throttle body is sticking. I don't know what that's all about. It only does it when I mat it to the floor. And I did some floor matting yesterday. I also noticed I have a little bit of brake fluid leakage around that master cylinder. I have to look into that. Luckily, it's not damaging anything, but yeah, it looks kind of shiny. What else did I do? Oh, I put a center channel in there. I have a digital amp underneath the seat, so I put a couple of Hertz speakers up in the dashboard, just for the hands-free, just so I can actually use the phone, the hands-free unit in here, and not have a phone in my ear when I pull up next to the police. The one thing I neglected to get, I went to Simpsons, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and I got me a fire jacket, because they want me to wear a fire jacket if I drive anything fast, or kind of fast. And then I got me a new helmet, because my old helmet was just something I bought off of eBay. I don't even know what it was rated at or what year it was. But what I did forget to get was seatbelts. And I guess I need to get some, because these, yeah, 10 of 88 was when those were made. But they're vintage. Wish I could find 10 of 67. I'd put those back there. What else? I don't know if anybody's seen my forklift. I scored this thing out in Linwood, which is basically Watts, for I think $1,200 I paid for this thing. It only leaks a little, and it starts and runs every day, so that's cool. This thing is very close. This is Mike's 69 Camaro. I've got the ABS brake system on there. It's the electronic brakes. I made the lines. Joe helped me do a bunch of this. In here, I can't really see. There you can see there is basically an ABS pump, a little motor, and a pump. Has one line that goes to the back of the master cylinder. So it's electronically boosted brakes. And yeah, these things are great. Takes up zero space, looks fine. So that's on. There was an issue with the brakes, or with the rims. When we got the car, the calipers were just wrapped up in a box so they wouldn't get scratched. The problem was these wheels have the valve stems on the inside of the wheel. And let me see if I can get a valve stem to pull up here. So there's a valve stem with the removable valve, but these are like flush mount valve stems. They're not quite flush, but they're pretty close. But with the regular valve stem, you can see it would have obviously had interference into the caliper, and that's not cool. So scored these, took the wheels off, took them over to the local shop, told them my problem. They resolved it, gave me a bill. Down the road we went. Probably just DA all this stuff and etch prime it just to seal it. This is all metal finished. That'll save the next guy a bunch of drama. There's a lot of moisture in the air because of the rain out there. So I will clean all that off, mask off the whole car, edge prime it, put a guide coat on it just so you can't see all the imperfections, and that will make it a visually drivable car. Be a project, but it'd be kind of cool. Here's the TCI frame. I don't know if I did a video on picking this up. This is for a customer friend of mine. Her name is Judith. It goes under a 57 Chevy truck she's had for 26 years, painted with lacquer. Looks really nice. I think I did a walk around of it. It's red in color. And somebody had done a bunch of modifications to the old frame, put a Camaro front clip on it, and did a hideous job. So she said that she wanted to be able to jump in it and drive it long distance. And I said I would not only not drive it long distance, but I recommended she have it towed back to wherever it is she keeps it. I wouldn't drive it on the freeway. And her response was, I love the truck, make it safe. So now it's going to have power rack and pinion, and yeah, definitely going to be cool. Yeah, disc brakes. I'm using a Camaro rear end that's actually in the truck. The small block, I'll put an overdrive transmission in it. Going to fuel inject it, and that'll be it. It'll be a driver body swap. So that should be going down next week or possibly the week after. Grant's 57 is back. I think I already did a little walk around of this thing, but I put a tune in it and solved some other issues, and it's come right along. And there is Michael's 66. There's my 66, which, yeah, it needs some love pretty soon. And this is about all that's left to go on the 69 over there. And then all the rest of the stuff will get packed up and put into a box and sent home. One thing I've been walking around is, boom, that right there is going in the 67 truck. So what this is a frame reinforcement unit from HPI. They are in Canada. And I met them originally on Power Tour. If you go on HPI Performance's Instagram, there's a picture of me and Dawn, the owner. Her and her husband own it. On Power Tour last year, they have a super sweet, I think it was a 66 or 65 truck that was full chassis and everything. It was really nice. But yeah, they pointed this out to me, and I was just like, well, let me look. And my frame in my truck looks nice, but it's got some issues. So this is going to resolve those issues. You can see the rear trailing arms will go there, and they're adjustable. The trans crossmember right there is adjustable from 350 to 4L80. So that's kind of neat. It has a, I don't know where the box is, but there's all these reinforcement brackets and everything that go inside the frame. These all fit inside the frame. These are actually hangers for the exhaust. So I'm going to do some modifications to those. Like one side, I don't think I'm going to need once I put the turbos on, because I'm just going to run one exhaust down one side, because I'm only doing a single turbo. So, and then I'm going to actually do an oval exhaust, so I'll probably change a bunch of that, or maybe route it another way. I think that this will be just about, well, it's about the middle of the cab, so I need to go past this. So probably if this is about underneath the driver's seat, and I want to come out the front edge of the bed, that will put me right about here. So yeah, maybe I just need to get through this area and turn out, makes some sense, turn out this way. But I don't know, got to get it in the car, and we'll cross that. I mean, actually, if it was responsible, professionally done, I would have it all engineered and figured out. But since it's the real world, I'll put it on the lift and we'll just shoot from the hip, figure it out as we go. But yep, truck's still looking good. I'm not hating on it. I love this thing. Thinking about doing the exhaust out right here, this area, which isn't much different than where it is now. It dumps in front of the axle as it is under the car. And a lot of those fumes, like the linger in there, end up in the cab. And I do drive the heck out of this thing. So that's it. What didn't I touch bases on? Oh, the wagon, just up in the rafters here. I'm actually waiting on another HPI kit to reinforce the frame of the wagon. They make a kit that boxes in the frame and then has little, actually if you watch the episode of Hot Rod Garage when we did the, what the heck were we calling that thing? Oh, the Le Monster. When we did that convertible Le Mans and took it to Denver and gave it to Lincoln Tech, we put one of the HPI kits in that. So I'm going to put something very similar in here, almost exact. So it'll provide me with a cool Transcross member for that 4L80. That's a Gearstar Stage 3. And then box the frame. And I recall in that convertible, it was a little sketchy. I mean, you could jack it up and see door jambs and everything moving. As soon as we put that kit in, it really helped it a lot. So looking forward to installing that. I did talk to the guys. Well, I shouldn't say anything. There are big changes in the mix for the Chevelle. So I have another, I'm getting ready to put together another motor for it. And there are going to be some big changes and it can be very controversial. But I'll save that for another episode of What's Going On at Lucky's Garage. All right, you guys, thanks a lot for checking this out. Remember to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you think I'm thinking. And, it occurred to me there's a notification button. So hit the notification button, it'll let you know the next time I make a video. Thanks a lot, you guys. See you later.